Welcome Capricorn to your weekly reading. This is for the 27th of April to the 4th of May. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Capricorn, I'm going to start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We'll then take a look at your possible challenges. Thirdly, messages and advice from Spirit. Your unexpected blessing coming through this week. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Capricorn, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. At the beginning of the week, my dear Capricorns, I do feel you're going to reach a point where you've had enough of a certain situation or relationship in your life. I feel you've reached a point where you can no longer ignore what is happening. For many of you, I think you just hoped that in time things would get better. And I see that with 10 of Wands, it probably didn't improve that much, perhaps not at all. And now you're at the point where it's like the straw that breaks the camel's back. One small, passive-aggressive, negative comment from that toxic boss, from that gaslighting friend. It'll just be that point where you are, that's it. I am not going to tolerate this any longer. This energy of Two of Swords, I feel, was your way of giving the situation a chance. Just waiting for either this particular person to realize what was going on, to understand what they were doing. Perhaps living in a particular neighborhood would get better. You would adjust, you would feel better with your neighbors. But I do see now, you've reached this point, my dear Capricorns, where it's over for you. You understand that it's up to you now to make a big change and release it so that you can move on. Under your possible challenges, what we do see is Eight of Swords, which is connected to what we have just been speaking about. And I see, my dear Capricorns, that while you were waiting for this relationship or situation to get better, it has not been easy for you. You felt as though your hands were tied. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't say anything. It was a very frustrating period for you. You didn't feel as though you were in control. And I think that this has just reached a point where you literally, physically cannot do it any longer. And there is a great realization that whatever this is for you is blocking your true happiness. And I feel that this week, my dear Capricorns, you're going to tap in to that courage deep within you that has been building for weeks and months. And you're going to make a big movement forward to release these energies so that you can access and reach what true happiness means to you right now. So what I'm actually seeing here for you is a release out of a big challenge that has been going on for some time. Once you release out of this energy, Spirit is asking you, Capricorn, to withdraw for a while, to find yourself again, to get your groove back, to spend some time on your own, nourishing yourself, looking after yourself, and reflecting on what your next move is. What is your Ten of Cups? What is your happily ever after? What is going to bring you joy right now? This is what Spirit wants you to look at. And they are telling you, take time. Don't feel rushed. Don't feel pressurized. The time you spend reflecting and working on it and arranging it, this is preparation time for your next chapter. They want you to look at everything in depth, weigh up the pros and cons. What would it be like for you to leave a particular relationship and free yourself from a particular person? What would it be like for you to make a big change in your career or your business? Go deep, look at everything, and then when you're ready, you make wise movement forward. Your unexpected blessing this week is so wonderful, my dear Capricorns. First, we see 2 major arcana cards coming out here for you, so we know that this is big. Now, Temperance over here is telling me that balance is going to be restored, particularly for my Capricorns who have been experiencing this energy for some time, carrying that heavy load of waiting, seeing, and hoping things would get better. Now, as soon as you release yourself out of this energy, this feeling of our rainbow energy, the feeling of hope, looking forward to things, what's going to be, what can I initiate, who can I bring into my life, floods back in. And there is this wonderful feeling of, okay, I can take time to breathe. I can take time to organize and plan. And there's a lot of hope for this new day that you are creating for yourself. And what I love to see for you here, my dear Capricorns, is the Empress card. As you can see, our Empress is looking on at everything that has transpired this week. You are going to be moving into the energy of the Empress, which is all about being in a place where you feel comfortable and good in your skin, a place you want to be, a place you know, a place where you feel empowered, where you feel you can create and initiate and bring the right situations, people, and circumstances in. The Empress also tells me, my dear Capricorns, that you're actually going to feel so much better about yourself, that there is a natural tendency to look after yourself, to nourish yourself, to eat good food, to exercise, to spend time with people you really care about. And so we see, my dear Capricorns, that things now start to feel so much more positive, and you're looking forward to what's to come. At the end of the week, I see you coming through as King of Swords. Now, it's no surprise to see King of Swords here, Capricorn. It does not matter if you are masculine or feminine. It is the energy of King of Swords I am speaking about. And King of Swords is a strong energy, being a king. But this is our thinking, planning, and action-taking king from a very logical perspective. You are going to use that sword there to cut away anything that no longer works and serves you. You are not going to be tolerating, my dear Capricorns, this feeling of waiting, hoping things will get better, feeling stuck, feeling trapped. This sword there is you releasing yourself out of it. And the action you are taking now has a lot of thought behind it. This is not a rash and spontaneous energy. This is deep planning action. I see by the end of the week, you are already making great strides forward, leaving these choppy waters behind, which is our 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and 10 of Wands. You are no longer tolerating what that represents to you. And already with our Six of Swords, there is movement forward and you are feeling a lot better. Those two butterflies sitting above you talk of wonderful transformation that is now about to happen. And so, my dear Capricorns, what we do see is the transformation out of these energies into the Empress. A very strong week ahead. That is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.